I met a gypsy.
And I think to what you just said about Coop winning that last race, he's working on the future him constantly. Like, he's not borrowing anything from future Cooper Webb. Like, he's writing future Cooper Webb. And then every day, like, you see that, you see the future Cooper Webb. Like, you see the work from yesterday and the work. At no point is it going to, like, catch up to him. Like, he's not borrowing anything from the future. He's like, it's like, I feel like you're either borrowing from the future you or you're investing in the future you. And I feel like, when you really want something, like legitimately want something, you're investing in the future you. You're not going to borrow from that dude. Like, you should want to borrow from your future self as little as possible.
Okay, so with Webb then winning that final round, I mean, you talk about that investment. I think he was investing in the future by sending one final message to the competition for the future. Like, think about if you're Cooper, the last thing you want to do is let Chase Sexton win that last round and invest in his future. You know what I mean? If he gets that win, ooh, that's powerful for next year. But for Cooper to not only get that win and take it away, that's powerful too. So you're right. Instead of just cruising it in and all of a sudden, like, you know, what you're doing on that night might reflect the future. Go and win, because not only are you investing in your 2022 championship defense, you're also giving one final message sent to Kenny, Marvin, who was right behind him, and then Chase, who passed him and left him. It was like he gave him one final message of, hey, I'm not going to let you invest in your future tonight. I'm investing in my future tonight. So, dude, you're dead on with that. That was more about the future than it was that night. Yep, financially, it's that night. You get that bonus check. That's great. You get to feel good about yourself. But that win right there, I think, probably did more mental damage to the competition than it even did for him, because he went out when he didn't have to and beat them all. It's like, I would hate to have to race that guy knowing that he's that way, that he's wired that way. So I think you're right. That was an investment into 2022. That's what that was.
And it's relentless, bro. Like, I mean, there's stuff I won't speak on in like the Cooper camp, but you know that I'm assuming you know that there's like a bunch of behind the scenes stuff going on there as well. Like that fucking that final win on that last round when you don't have to, like, he's operating on so many levels right now. Like, not even the future, you know, competition. Like, that's a great point about Sexton. Like, if Sexton wins that last round, guess who's got a bunch of big dick energy coming into wherever the fuck we end up racing round one next year. But it's like on his personal stuff, like all the personal stuff that he's got going on, you can find a way to like dig deep when you don't have to, so that you've got leverage and you've got like, it's just relentless, man. Like, for him to go, if you know all the factors that are at play, for him to go and win that last race, you're just like, what a fucking animal, dude. What an animal. And, you know, you say like, I really do think like you get what you truly, truly want. And it's like, he wants it, dude. And, you know, I love Kenny, but Coop wanted to win more than Kenny. It's simple. It's so simple. The dude who wanted to win won.
Yeah. Yeah, and did a little more than everybody else. Probably suffered a little bit more, threw himself out there a little bit more. And then again, just to make sure everyone knows, you go out on the night that it doesn't matter, but it does to you, and you win. And it's like, yeah, guys, sleep on that for 8 months. And because again, outdoors are coming, it's a different ball game. Like, I mean, they're all different personalities, indoor and outdoor. So again, I think that was more of a 2022 message send off. Like, hey, see y'all in January. You know what you're dealing with when I'm on the gate, and that's just boss mode. I mean, I even Ricky. I've talked to Ricky about it multiple times, and he's just like, man, I'm glad I didn't have to deal with that guy. Like, because he was that guy. Ricky was more that guy than anybody. So I think he's looking at Cooper going, well, I'm glad I didn't have to deal with a version of myself, which is someone that's just relentless. So, and yeah, he's special in this time. I mean, he proves it all the time. And I don't know about you, but I'm really liking this generation right now. I think it's a fun generation because they're all different. I mean, this is really a diverse group. Cooper's his way, Kenny's his way, Eli's his way. Now you got this youth movement coming in, Chase and AC and Dylan, and just this crop of personalities and characters is rad right now. Because Cooper, again, what if he was the fastest guy too? It'd suck right now.
Yeah,
he'd be whooping their ass all the time, and it would be boring. But he's not the fastest guy. You got Eli, who's the fastest guy, can't get starts. You got Cooper, the gnarliest racer, who's not really the quickest guy, and then he's really struggles in the whoops most of the time. You got Kenny, who's this sprinter. You got AC and Sexton, these just wild pups, right? They are just, God, they scare me. Maybe they just go for it. So you're thinking, once they tighten it up a little bit, what are they going to be? There's just all these different, no one's the same right now. And it's funny how you put them all on the gate and they all have their strengths and weaknesses. And the guy with it's like I said it once on the broadcast and someone pushed back at me and I said he was like greedy or something. I said a kind of a negative word about him, like he was greedy or stingy or something. And they're like, dude, that's kind of rude. And I said, no, I meant it in a good way. Like Kobe Bryant was the same way as a basketball player. He's greedy. He wanted all of it all the time and wanted nobody to have any of it.
Yeah.
And it's funny how you line up all these dudes with all their strengths and weaknesses, and the guy with that brain wins because that is more powerful than everything else. And like, again, for these guys next year, like you better outspeed the shit out of him because if it comes into a duel, it's the last dude on the planet I'd ever want to be in a one-on-one duel with late. He's just, and again, winning that last round and the way he did it was one final reminder for y'all. Because you know these guys go back and watch. Next year in December, they'll go back and watch last year and kind of, they're going to watch that and go, damn, that dude.
We're excited to announce the launch of our new membership site, GypsyTales.com, packed with exclusive content and perks that you won't find anywhere else. This is your chance to become a part of the Gypsy Gang. And as a special bonus, if you sign up to an annual membership, you'll be entered into the draw to win our custom-built TC125. Gypsy Gang.